Hi everyone and welcome back to the Sofa Series brought to you by KinderWorks. Today we welcome the incredible Fats, who is the owner and founder of the amazing florist Cupid Creative. You might have seen their stunning work across the superstars on Instagram. Hello, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having me. So excited to be here.
I know, do you like our studio?
Love it. Love it. It's brilliant.
We love a bit of bling and a bit of lights.
Yeah, lots of pink.
It's great.
So thank you so much for joining us today, Fats. It's great to have you here. We just wanted to start by talking a bit about determination in this episode. So you strike me as a very determined person, and I think that shows through the journey that you've been on. You've had a lot of challenges with your health over the years. Would you mind kind of sharing with us what those have been and how you've coped with them?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a blood disorder called thalassemia. So I've got the worst kind, major thalassemia. It's more of like a Mediterranean Asian blood disorder. So I have blood transfusions every 3 weeks.
Wow, every 3 weeks.
Yeah, I've had that since I was 1 years old.
Wow.
So yeah, that's pretty hard going. I mean, when I need my blood, I do get quite low and tired. I go to an amazing hospital up in London, UCL. They are just brilliant. And yeah, so I have my blood transfusions every 3 weeks. And I've had that all my life. And it does have a lot of complications because all the blood they're giving you all the time has got lots of, well, it hasn't got side effects, but there's a lot of like iron and stuff like that. So that's, made me diabetic because the iron has damaged my pancreas. So I have to inject insulin now. I sleep with a needle and a pump, like medicine, in me at night. So I have an injection that I put into my leg or my belly at night before I go to bed, and I take it out in the morning to reduce my iron. And yeah, it's quite tough. And then I had kidney cancer 5 years ago. So yeah, it's been pretty tough, and trying to run my business as well, which I guess is my medicine in a way, kept me going and keeps me really determined to just try and be the best that I can be.
And you definitely are. And that word, determination, like you just ooze it so much. And I, like, until now, like, not knowing all of those details, it's so shocking because you are such a strong, powerful, determined,
Right.
successful woman. And it's incredible how people must underestimate the challenges that you face on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, I do come across quite, I don't know, strong, gobby. I don't know what you want to call
There's
it.
nothing wrong with that.
So, yeah, but there is the side that people don't see. I get really exhausted, especially when we're doing big setups, weddings. And obviously, once I've had my blood transfusion, I am like a woman on a mission.
Yeah.
Like I've got a rocket up my arse.
Superwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, as my blood levels drop and I need my blood, I do get quite tired and it does affect me.
Gosh.
But I'm really lucky because I've got a good support team, and yeah, my other half, really, to be honest, we work together and he is just brilliant. So I probably wouldn't be able to do it without him. He's the manpower behind it all.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been pretty tough, but I enjoy what I do. We love it, and yeah.
And have you always known that despite anything, you're not going to let it stop you? You're going to do what you want to do. You're going to run your own business, a very physically active business, but you're not going to let it stop you doing your dreams.
100%. I mean, I've been doing this for about 20 years now.
Yeah.
And I went from having a little flower shop, and then I was doing more and more weddings. So it was just really hard to commit to being in a shop and doing big events at the weekend and stuff like that. So we got rid of the shop and got ourselves an industrial space, and that's where we work from now. So yeah, and then social media has helped. We've always had a lot of weddings all the time. It's not, it's something that we've done for a long time. But then as our social media has grown, we've just been doing lots of other things like just parties,
Yeah.
Doorways,
yeah,
doorway decorations,
Christmas
like mine.
doorways. It's just never ending. It's just more and more and more. It's crazy.
And it's every season now, isn't it? Like I swear on Instagram, I've now decided, I don't yet, but it's the dream, that I need to have a summer doorway, an autumn doorway, a winter doorway.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just, I think with Instagram as well, everyone wants a great picture.
Yeah.
Florals have become massive. In restaurants, we do installations.
Yeah.
It's just mad. So, yeah, it's great. And, with all this lockdown business as well, it's been tough with the weddings, but we've managed to plough through it. And thanks to our, great amount of followers that we've got, we have been able to carry on. And, we've built up our little web shop and stuff like that. So, yeah, we've been pretty lucky, but we've worked hard for it as well.
Yeah, and that's another thing that goes behind the scenes that people don't see is the hard work. There's that, I don't know if you've seen that iceberg diagram, which kind of shows what people see above the water and then everything that goes on under the scenes, which is what it takes to have a successful business or career that is not obvious to a lot of people.
Constant determination.
It's so hard. I mean, I'll be honest with you, we are scruffy every day of the week.
No, you're gorgeous.
Yes, we are. We've got, hair all over the place, rough trainers on, bleached jumpers from where we're cleaning all the buckets all the time, all the flower buckets. It is not a good look most of the time. Standing on your feet all day, making up all the flowers. And I'm a little bit of a control freak, so I like to have my hands in everything that's going on. I find it really hard to step back, even if it means like going at 2 a.m. to collect from like weddings or events that have happened. I just feel like, I've always got to be there. I can't help it.
See, that's so interesting because you have worked incredibly hard. You're obviously amazing at what you do and you've had a brilliant success. Is there any part of you that has thought, okay, what if I did step back a bit, grew the team? Would that like make me feel, I don't know, like less on the front line?
It's so hard. I mean, I find it really hard to, God, I'm going to be honest, trust people.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, I did have one of my staff that were working for me, waited for me to go on holiday and then posted one of our celebrity jobs that we'd done as her own work. That was, that really upset me. And do you know what? When anyone works for us, I am a feeder. I look after them, like everything. If any of their kids are not well or anything like that, I'm just like, go. I'm always health before anything.
Yeah.
That is my thing because obviously I've got all the health problems, so I know what it's like.
Yeah.
And I have got a big heart.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can be a little bit hard on the outside, but on the inside, I've got a big heart.
Yeah.
So that was really upsetting and hurtful for me.
I bet, of course.
So, it's really hard to take a step back when, you've built this business from nothing.
And it's your baby. It's so precious to you.
Yeah, it is my baby.
Like the quality is so important, isn't it? It's not something you can kind of easily hand over. I mean, do you think it's something that we were talking about how you could potentially kind of find those right people who would be able to, you'd be able to trust and also would kind of uphold the quality that your clients would be used to?
It is really hard. I mean, we have got some florists that work with us, which are great, but I can't let go.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to.
It's the trust thing, isn't it? Like trust is the most powerful word. And we always say like everything is built on trust. when someone breaks your trust, oh my gosh, it scars you more than you expect. Like we've always been incredibly giving as employers, and the trust there from day one, and I think that always has to be there. But then after you have been burned, it is a bit tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so difficult.
Yeah.
It
It's so difficult. Everyone, I have so many messages on social media and just emails saying, "Oh, I'd love to come and help you for free." And I'm like, why would they want to come and help me for free? They just want me to show them what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And, we've had people offer us like thousands to come and for us to show them how we do like our shop installations. And
Gosh.
and I always think, oh, why? I find it really hard to like accept that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
People want to help for free or to, for me to teach them stuff. I just find it really hard. So, you know, it is very hard. We've done like little classes for like hand ties and things like that, or
Yeah.
reef making classes, but I don't think I'm willing to sell my tricks and sell
Great
what
Yeah.
secrets.
what we've like spent years trying to perfect
Finding,
ourselves,
yeah.
and
Yeah, absolutely.
suppliers and all that kind of stuff. It's really, really hard, and
Definitely.
it takes years to build
Yeah.
them relationships.
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Well, I just really
So-
hope there's someone amazing and trustworthy out there who doesn't surprise you in the wrong way.
Well, I always say, like, to Hus, my other half, I trust him and he trusts
Yeah.
me, and maybe that's about as far as it'll go. It's really hard. I mean, he's by my side all the time. We do
Yeah.
everything together. It can be hard working together, but like when I had my kidney cancer, it was a nightmare because we had all these weddings booked up,
Gosh, of
and I
course.
had to have like a major surgery
Yeah.
to have like part of my kidney removed. And I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Like I was having my surgery on a bank holiday weekend, and I was like, oh my God, like May bank holiday is peak wedding season.
Yeah.
What do we do? Do we cancel cancel the weddings, tell the brides what's going on? What do we do? And he was like, no, we're going to do this. And we did.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. That's
Yes.
determination.
So even
that.
from throughout, I didn't let anybody down. We done all our jobs. Like the kidney cancer, it was at the back of my mind, and we just got on with it and done it. And I had my op, and
I guess that's why you describe it as your medicine.
Yeah.
It powered you through
yeah,
that journey. Like it really does. Wow, that's incredible. And I
Yeah,
love
it's
how you
pretty
say
mad.
we just did it.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, we
there's
did.
when stuff gets hard, you can't necessarily plan out how. You don't know how or why or when. But if you know you're gonna do it, then you bloody do it.
Yeah, it was mad. I mean, even like my cousins, they all come and helped, and family and
Yeah.
friends and everyone. I had to employ people to lift buckets because I couldn't lift buckets
Oh,
like with flowers in. It was just mental.
I'll take
But-
that job. I'm there.
But we done it. We had to. What can you do? You can't let people
No.
down.
Yeah, you've got to keep
Definitely.
going.
I was speaking to a photographer the other day that does weddings, and he said one of the worst times of his life was he woke up one morning, got a phone call that his dad had passed away, and he had a wedding to do that day.
Oh no.
He had to pretend that nothing was going on. He went and done the wedding. Once that was over, then he could deal with what was going on in real life. That's what I mean. It's just like with weddings, people don't understand. It is really hard work because
Yeah.
you've got to, you build like a trust with the couple for a year or more. You're in discussions with them about all their decor. You become friends. It gets
Yeah.
very personal.
Mm.
And then something goes wrong in your life. Like, I don't know, you get ill or someone dies. What do?
What's the
You
backup
can't let
plan?
them down.
Yeah.
You've just
Yeah.
got to crack on with it.
Wow.
And that's life. These things happen, don't
Yeah.
they? I know when we were about a year into KVA, or maybe 2 years in, and I had a mini stroke, and it turned out it's because I had a big hole in my heart, and I had heart surgery. None of our clients knew at all. And I was actually, so I had to, when I came round from the surgery, I had to lie down for 6 hours, just to prevent like bleeding.
You were
And
naughty.
I remember my husband holding my laptop at an angle so that I could be typing to client emails. And the surgeon did his rounds and was like, "What's going on in here?" And I was like, "I'm working." Like, absolutely not. What are you doing? You've just come out of, you've just had heart surgery like 5 hours ago. You cannot
Mad.
be answering emails. But it's that, it for me, that it was so important because it was part of who I was. It was my identity by
Yeah.
that point. It was a lifestyle. Like when you run your own business, it becomes part of who you are. You don't have that separation where you can say, "Oh, I'm sick today, I'm not going to work." You have to do it.
Part of your life.
100%. It is crazy. And that's what people don't see.
Yeah.
They just think like, someone said to my mum in the supermarket once, I'll never forget this, "Your daughter goes on some really nice holidays." And oh my God, I was fuming. And my mum was like, "My daughter works really, really hard and she's got a lot of health problems. So if she takes time out to go on holiday,
Yeah.
it's because she's worked really hard
Yeah.
too."
Also, you deserve it.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like seriously.
There's so much negativity around that, around the supposed wealth or riches, or when we all know that health is wealth. You know, that's what is
100%.
important. But actually, you know, that there's so much, and you see it on social media all the time, don't you, that people get trolled for spending their money. But actually, if you've earned that money and you've put in those hours, and people don't see what sacrifices, because everybody who has been successful in business or had a successful career has made
Yeah.
sacrifices in some way.
100%. And who needs
Definitely.
that negativity?
No.
Like, from a trolling perspective, it's something I'll never understand. You have one life, and it can be made a lot harder through health problems, through challenges, through, really hard work. And all we can do as humans to one another is be supportive, put a little bit of positivity out in the world. I don't know how it's going to impact someone, but then what is the purpose and the need to troll and to inject negativity that then has ripples of negativity? Like, how does that benefit anyone? Like, have you experienced anything from a trolling perspective?
You must have seen a lot as well with the kind of clientele that you've got with trolling.
Well, yeah, we've had a few comments, and we've done a few setups, especially like with the lockdowns and stuff like that. So we done a setup that was filmed for ITV, and we went into an empty house to do a setup, and it was just me and Hus. They left the key for us.
Yeah.
We let ourselves in. No one else was there. We done the setup, left. Then the people that we done it for went with the film crew, etc., etc. And then we got a massive backlash from that. People were like, "How many people are around that table? How many people were in that room?" And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? There's people starving in the world. There's people dying of COVID. There's people like, it's just crazy what's going on in the world all the time. And you're worried about how many people are sitting around that table to film. Obviously, if it's gone through a major company, then it's been signed off. They're not doing anything against the law.
And how does their negativity help? That's what I don't get. Like, what are they doing? Are they actually trying to bring someone down in their day? Like,
It must
logically, why?
Look at the poor celebrities that have
It breaks my heart.
that
They're
killed
humans.
themselves.
They're people.
I know.
It
Caroline
doesn't matter.
Flack,
Yeah. What
it's
does it
awful.
matter if
Heartbreaking.
someone is rich or, I don't know, anything? They have a bit of Botox, or it's up to everyone to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Just-
Stop
yeah.
judging.
Yeah, just let people just do what they want to do, and if you don't like it, unfollow it.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's so true. That was
know?
a really powerful Instagram story actually by Louisa Zisman. Did you see it last night?
Oh, she's great. She is.
She's brilliant. She was off on a rant about, she'd put something up about the vaccine, and all the anti-vaxxers came out in force, but to the point where she was being trolled, she had to disable comments, and said something very similar to what you just said then, because it is everybody's right to live the way that they want to live. But when you start impacting other people negatively through those experiences, like Harriet said, what is the point? What are you going to gain from that?
Yeah. Like when we done that setup, I got a specific DM from somebody, I can't remember who it was, someone that follows us, and she come at me and she was really nasty. And do you know what? I think I was at hospital having my blood that day, and I actually took a picture of myself with my blood drip sitting in hospital, and I was like, do you think I'm stupid enough with all these health problems? This is where I'm at right now, having a blood transfusion, to take stupid risks like this when I've got all these health problems. And she actually come back at me. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
But people don't
They
know
don't
what
think.
someone else is going through.
Yeah.
They don't know. All they do is assume from what they've seen. And the world we live in, everyone paints a very polished exterior.
Exactly.
Stop putting negativity into people's lives when you don't know what they're going through. Like, bless you, even though you did explain yourself, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to, pick up your phone and feel that negativity when you're already going through something that you probably wish wasn't happening.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the only thing that I'd ever be envious of anybody is that they've got good health.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the thing you don't know, you could have perfectly fine health. I could have all the health problems that I've got, but then you don't know what's going to happen in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
Exactly. You only live once.
Yeah, nobody knows. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So true.
Like when I was at the hospital last time, about 2 weeks ago, I was having my blood. Everyone was having their drips of whatever they're having. And there's like a little section, because our building's all glass at the hospital.
Yeah.
And you can see there's like a little section where there's like a treadmill and things like that. And there was a young person that clearly was having chemo and stuff like that. And they were definitely under the age of 20. And they were teaching him how to walk again. And I just thought, what a effed up world we live in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, just be grateful for every day, for the good people around you. And if people don't like you, or I
Yeah.
just actually don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the most powerful thing.
I don't
The
care.
best way to be.
It's the
best way to
small
be.
things that matter. It's the things that people take for
100%.
granted that are the biggest, richest elements of wealth in the world.
It doesn't mean anything. I mean,
No.
everyone likes nice things, yeah?
But what does it actually mean?
But it doesn't mean
No.
anything. I have all these people, God knows who they are, that donate all this blood that I've had. And I don't know who they are, what religion they are, what colour they are, how rich they are, how poor they are. And they're saving my life.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So I'm forever grateful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's a brilliant way to look at the world, to
Yeah.
be grateful for everything you have and to focus on the positive things
Definitely.
and absolutely screw the negative ones.
I totally agree with you, honestly.
I love that. I love that. What an ending. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Vance. That's
Thank
been
you.
incredible.
I've loved talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And everyone, go check out Cupid Creative. Absolutely incredible.
Stunning.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. It's been great.